Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a Tuesday afternoon video with the start of your, hopefully, 2 for Tuesday. Because it's Taco Tuesday, so eat your tacos. And it's 2 for Tuesday. So here's your 2 for Tuesday right here on first video on Metal God 669. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down there, dude, in my pants. Otherwise known as the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap and smack that bell to death. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment or two. Whatever the hell you want. And we move on from there. Alright. On this cloudy, bleh, garbage, overcast, it did flurry here in the Northeast for a little bit, but it's going to start getting really, really, really cold by the end of this week. It's going to be like 9 degrees on like Saturday morning. Like Friday, it's going to be like even cold. It's going to be like 29 degrees and then drop all the way down to like 4 or 5 degrees at night. And then Saturday is going to be like 20 degrees. Ugh. Hopefully I have some hot water and some heat this weekend, because, you know, every time it gets really cold, my heat, sometimes it goes off, and then I have no hot water, so I can't take a good hot shower, and then it's a pain in the ass, and I have to wait a few days to get, you know, everything back to normal. But by Sunday, they're saying it's getting back up to 40, and then Monday, 45, so a little Arctic chill this weekend. So hopefully you have some heat, you have some cocoa, you have some stuff. And hopefully your heating is good. And if you have a spare heater, that's always good. So, because you want to stay warm, and you want to keep your pipes, you know, warm so they don't freeze if you have underground piping like I do. So hopefully, I know my pipes are going to freeze, but I'm hoping that with the heat inside the house, I won't lose much heat or I won't lose my hot water. And if I do, I'll probably come back by, at most, Sunday, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So, gonna be, you know, we'll see what happens over the weekend, but, you know, just stay dry, stay warm, really stay warm this weekend, everybody, as we hit the first weekend of February, and then we'll start the first official week of February on Monday, and then we got that hedgehog on Thursday, and we'll see what that schmuck has to say, and we'll get there when we have to get there. Well, anyway, I hope you're having a great Tuesday, everybody, wherever you may be. The final day of January 2023 already, and before you know it, it's March, because February comes and goes. Flies right by. We got 3 weeks of February. Boom, done. We're in March. So, but take it every day as it comes, and we'll get through February, and then we'll talk about March, which is a little bit longer, and then we'll worry about the rest of the year, and that's it. All right, so we got that. So on this January 31st, 2023, on this Tuesday afternoon, we got NXT coming up later tonight, but I'll talk about wrestling later. I don't want to talk about wrestling right now. I want to talk to you guys about another hit to my childhood. And last night I was playing around with Twitter before I went to bed. Because I took off today because I wasn't feeling well last night, and I woke up this morning and I was like, not feeling well, back killing me, mushroom boiling soup coming out of my mouth and everything. So I decided to take the day off. So tomorrow I got to do a double, so which sucks. But in any event, last night I went on Twitter and I found the unfortunate news that this actress that I grew up with in the late 70s into the early 80s on a hit TV show that is probably one of my favorite 70s, 80s TV shows, next to Happy Days, next to Mork and Mindy, and all those great 80s shows, you know, Family Ties, and all the great shows I grew up with. But one of the main prominent shows I used to watch, which came right after Happy Days, which it was kind of like a spin-off in a way. And that show was Laverne and Shirley with Penny Marshall and Cindy Williams, who played Shirley. Unfortunately, last night I found out the news that Cindy Williams, who played Shirley on Laverne and Shirley, has passed away at the age of 75. So, yeah. So another hit to my childhood. I mean, so many great people have died in the 80s, you know, or very sick, like Michael J. Fox is still dealing with MS. He's, you know, he's kind of up and down. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad, you know, but it is what it is. Christopher Lloyd is not getting any younger. Doc, you know, Doc, I thought you were young. You went back to the future, you know. But, you know, he's getting up in age. All the people from the 80s are getting older. We lost Robin Williams a few years ago. I loved Mork and Mindy to death. You know, we still have some people that I grew up with the 80s. You know, Webster, he's dead. I think Emmanuel Lewis is dead. I'm not sure on that, but I think he is. So we got that. Gary Coleman, we all know that. He's dead. But, you know, Todd Bridges, who played Willis. What you talk about, Willis? You know, he's alive. I think everybody else on that show is dead. I'm not sure. I know Mrs. Garrett has been dead. Dana Plato, I don't know what happened to her. I think she died as well. And Mr. Drummond, I believe, is dead. So that sucks. But, you know, so you have Todd Bridges as a surviving member of Different Strokes. But, you know, it is what it is. And then, you know, you got... No, the other member, Peter Scolari of Bosom Buddies, is not with us anymore. I think he's sick, but I think he's dead, from what I heard. Tom Cruise was on Howard Stern talking about that. And what sucks is that Bosom Buddies only went 2 seasons, and we could have went more. But, you know, it got swallowed up with all the other 80 shows like Magnum P.I. and all that other crap. So, Tom Selleck really fucked over Bosom Buddies. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? You know, then you had Family Matters, which was a little late 80s, 90s show. And then you had Perfect Strangers, which I love to death. Lolly Appleton, don't be ridiculous, Lolly Appleton. You know, all those great shows back in the day, Family Ties with Michael J. Fox and all those other great people, Mr. Belvedere, Small Wonder, you know, everything else. But one of my favorite shows back in the 80s was Happy Days, and, you know, losing Joni of Joni and Chachi and of Happy Days, you know, kind of killed me, and that was a few years ago, like, I think 2018, 2019. That hurt, and that's one of my highest rated tribute videos I've done, next to Trish Doan of Kitty. So I do music video tributes, and I do actors and actresses and wrestlers, and some of them have got really, not viral hits, but pretty damn good hits, I would say. But Joni from Happy Days, getting close to 1,400 hits. It's been around for like a few years. Same thing with Trish Doan, around almost 1,400 hits. But some of my wrestler tributes have been around 200 to at most. Getting close to 1,000. So at least I'm doing something right. And I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this to get views or, you know, buy subs or whatever it is. I'm just paying tribute to these people that have had somewhat of an effect on my life. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, yeah, so let me, we had 2 deaths, actually. We had one yesterday and we had one last week, and that was Bobby Hull, former Ranger, by the way. So that kind of hurts me because I'm a big New York Rangers fan, you know. But Bobby Hull, a great hockey player, and he's going to be missed. Really is a Hall of Famer. If you don't know who Bobby Hull is, the Golden Jet I mean, come on. If you don't know who Bobby Hull is, then you don't know hockey. I'm just saying. He's played with a lot of teams. Boston, the Rangers at one time. But a great player, great, person. Just gonna be, he's sadly missed in the hockey world. And that's it. But my main focus on the video is Cindy Williams, who played Shirley on Laverne Shirley. And, she's gonna be missed. And really, Laverne Shirley was the type of show that really showcased blue-collar workers, blue-collar women working in blue-collar jobs, like in factories and sewing, sewing things. But this really kind of showcased them in Milwaukee, which means the good land, and at that beer factory. Epic theme song. I mean, if you don't know Laverne Shirley's theme song, I mean, come on. The meal, the muzzle, House of Pfeffer Incorporated. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna do it. And then you had Squiggy and what's the other guy's name? I think Squiggy and Iggy that used to be on Happy Days. They came over and were kind of like the boyfriend, semi-boyfriend girlfriend of Laverne and Shirley. Even though they were like weird going out. I was like, why are they going out with these guys? But great show, and Laverne and Shirley lasted a few years. Right after Happy Days, like I said, then I think it went right into Mork and Mindy in the early 80s. It was good stuff, great 80s stuff. But anyway, she died yesterday. Her family said she was 75 years old. She died in LA, that's Los Angeles, on Wednesday, so this was prior. After a brief illness, her children, Zach and Emily Hudson, said in a statement through their spokeswoman, Liza Kranis. And the statement says, and I quote, and I'm taking this from CBSNews.com. The passing of our kind, hilarious mother, Cindy Williams, has brought us insurmountable sadness that can never truly be expressed. Knowing and loving her has been our joy and privilege. She was one of a kind, beautiful, generous, and possessed a brilliant sense of humor and a glittering spirit that everyone loved. She was a ball on that show. A complete ball. Great shit. She starred in director George Lucas's 1973 hit film American Graffiti, way before Star Wars, by the way. And then director Francis Ford Coppola's The Conversation from 1974, way before that good movie named The Godfather. But anyway, she was best known for Laverne and Shirley, the Happy Days spin-off, that ran on ABC from 1976 to 1983. So you think about 7 years-ish, 7 seasons about, you think about it. In its prime, was among the most popular TV shows on TV. I mean, if you had that 1 hour block of Happy Days right into Laverne and Shirley, and then when you get to like the early 80s, around 82, 83, you had Mork and Mindy, and then other early 80s hit shows, which are, what can I say? But anyway, so Cindy played the straight-laced Shirley to Penny Marshall's more libertine Laverne. I mean, she was, Laverne was like, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna bang all these guys and stuff like that. And Cindy's like, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just gonna stay home and do nothing, kind of girl. There are roommates that worked at a Milwaukee bottling factory in the 1950s and 60s. It's still there. I think it's still there, actually. Marshall, whose brother Gary Marshall co-created the series, died in 2018. He was a big part of that series and a whole bunch of other shows. But Laverne and Shirley was known almost as much for its opening theme song that I just played. I'm not gonna, Shamleo, Shamlazo, House and Pfeffer Incorporated. They skippy down the street. We're gonna do it. Take a chance. And here goes Rosa. Anyway, so I'm just going to quickly say that, and I'm going to get out of here. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to Cindy Williams and her family, losing their mother, their grandmother. And Cindy Williams, a great actress. And we still got Penny Marshall. She's, I believe, still alive. I think she's in like her 80s now, or getting close to 80. But she's a great director, great actress. She did A League of Their Own with Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know if she did I think it was like a remake of that. I think it was on the Disney Plus or Netflix. I forget which one. I know they redid it, but not with like a reimagined version of A League of Our Own without Madonna and Tom Hanks and blah blah blah. All those people that were in it, Gina Davis, blah blah blah, Lori Petty and all the people. But yeah, I think she was a part of that because she did the original. So I would think she would do the remake. But in any event, so as I always do on my videos, I want to take a ceremonial toast. And, this is Diet Coke. That's all I got in my house. So, next to water. So, I want to say a ceremonial toast to Shirley, otherwise known as Cindy Williams. Shirley, you will be missed. And, you can, work in the beer factory in heaven with, all those other great people up there. So to Cindy Williams, Shamil, Shamazel, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated, up in heaven. There you go. Just a shame. Another hit to my childhood. A lot of all these 80s shows, 70s and 80s shows are all about like dropping like flies, man. I think when Fonzie dies, Henry Winkle, I think when he passes away, I'm going to lose it. Because he was one of my favorite actors from Happy Days, and probably one of my favorite 80s shows is Happy Days, because I mentioned this before, that when Happy Days would go off, when the episode was over, and the credits came on, I was crying like a little bitch, because I was a little kid back then, little bitty hoaxer dude, I was crying. I wanted to see another episode, and then Laverne Shirley would come on. I'm like, oh, I'm happy again. What are you gonna do? But like I always say, my rest in peace videos, my tribute videos, take each day as it comes, because we don't know when our next day is. We don't have that countdown clock. I mean, we're not like the Saving Me video. We don't have the countdown clock above our heads and everything. When it's our time, it's our time, And sadly, Cindy Williams passed away at the age of 75 due to a, she had a brief illness. What did she have? Let me just get back to my notes here. A brief illness. I don't know what it was, but kind of messed her, messed her life up, and then she sadly passed away this past Wednesday, and then Bobby Holt died the next day. So like back to back. So 2023 is like the last few years when they're just taking everybody that should not be dead. But it is what it is. We lost Lisa Marie Presley. We lost a few other people in the last month. This last month, craziness. And hopefully we don't lose any more predominant people in the music realm or the movie realm or wrestling realm or whatever. But it is what it is, and we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, rest in peace to Cindy Williams, and I'm gonna go watch some Laverne Shirley reruns right now, and I'm gonna feel happy, and I'm gonna skip down my block singing the Laverne Shirley theme song. And well, not today because it's warm. Well, it's not warm, it's cold. When it gets warmer, I'll go skip down my block, sing Shamil, Shamazel, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you all for watching. I might be back later with my well, I was gonna do an NXT review from last week, but I'm gonna cut that out. So, but yeah, when I do my NXT review, probably tonight, maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, I'll talk about last week's show, and I'll talk about tonight's show, which should be pretty good. It's the go-home show before Vengeance Day this Saturday. So we'll see what happens with that. And I will probably be doing my Raw review in about a couple hours. A couple hours from now. So I want to take a little bit of a nap, have my sensible lunch, and then do whatever I got to do. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard, and all that other good shit. But to Cindy Williams, rest in peace. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.